March 21st, 2011. We left for our 2-week tour of Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan to a land that has been off limits to travelers for the last 2,000 years. We flew to Istanbul, then Tashkent. These pictures were taken at the airport. During our tour of Tashkent, which means Stone City, we passed this burial site. We saw the rock showing the crack in the earth from the earthquake, and this wall commemorating the lives lost. This statue of a mother kneeling is mourning the loss of her family. In the same area was the display of brass books with the names of people who died in World War II. A local family posed for us. Silkworms feed off the leaves of mulberry trees. This Barak Khan Madrasa is a school, as is being explained by our local guide. A local wedding party came here for their photos. Their weddings are arranged marriages. They asked some of our group to pose with them. These musicians played as we ate our dinner. Dinner this evening was at a private home. This model shows the Emir Timur Mausoleum from the 14th to 15th century. Then we saw the buildings. There was lots to see at the market. The Ulubeks Observatory is one of the great archaeological finds of the 20th century. Ulubek's 30-meter astrolabe, designed to observe the stars' positions, was part of a 3-story observatory he built in the 1420s. This building houses the remains of the instrument's curved track found in 1908. Afro-Siab Museum, located on the site of the ancient city, shows frescoes. We passed a local cemetery. Bibi Kanyan's enormous congregational mosque was once one of the Islamic world's biggest mosques. The cupola of the main mosque is 41 meters high. It was rebuilt in the 1970s. The courtyard also has two smaller mosques commissioned by Timus for his Chinese wife. Dinner this evening was at a private home. During our 2.5 hour drive this morning, we were stopped in traffic where a local Saturday market was taking place. It was a great photo opportunity from the bus. We saw the auction of farm animals and friendly local people. At the World Heritage Site of Shahrazad, which was the hometown of Tamerlane, we saw the statue of Emir Timur. He was called Tamerlane since he was lame. Saray Palace Ruins, 1390 to 1405, was on the grounds behind the statue. A local wedding party was seen here. And local people were in the shopping area. At the Mosque of Hazrati Ayman, this plane tree was planted in 1370. The memorial complex of Islamic architecture, founded in the 11th to 12th century, has 5 clocks telling when you should pray. This is the mausoleum where Tamerlane was buried. A local man was making tombstones. Only important people could have their picture on the stone. We went to our hotel. Then a local restaurant for dinner. These pictures were taken at the Urgut Sunday Market.
Looking, madam, Samarkand design. This very nice. Our lunch was at the home of the master potter Alisher. We saw the traditional pottery making in Gajuvan.
Пятым поколением, чтобы не закончилось как бы на нем.
So
очень
during the
хотел.
Soviet Union times, all the workshops were closed, and all potters were taken to factories, plants to work there. There was a ceramic factory. So his grandfather, during the day, was working in the factory, while at night he continued to work here because he didn't want to break this dynasty. He wanted to transfer his art to his sons and his grandsons.
И он как бы на сегодняшний день передал и имеет вот как бы отцу, моему отцу Алишеру Нарзуваеву. Он сам не видел такие вот государственные эти, но отец награды. Вот отец является народным мастером Узбекистана и академиком Узбекистана. Ну,
So and I can say that my grandfather managed to do that. He transferred his art to my father, who, and unfortunately I'm very sorry that my grandfather haven't seen my father getting the prizes from our government, and I must say that my father, he is the people's master of Uzbekistan and народный артист, народный мастер, народный артист, да? And also considered to be people's artist of Uzbekistan, and he is also academician of Uzbekistan.
The donkey turned the wheel to mix clay. These items were for sale. His daughter was cute. The local kids really liked having their picture taken.
Sitarai Moki Koza is the summer residence of the former emirs.
The interior displays samples of gifts for the Bukharan rulers.
There was an exhibition of clothes from the late 19th century and early 20th century, and an embroidery museum.
Embroidery from the old times is done by girl before the marriage. It was like a certificate to show for future husband, yes, certificate of ability. So, and the patterns can be different, you know, usually mostly natural, some flowers, you know, some chili peppers which like protection from evil eye. Some pomegranates can be on like this one, you see. Everything means something. The pomegranate means the fertility. Yes. Circle, symbol of eternity. And the main thing when embroidery is done, the master who is doing embroidery, they leave some small part unembroidered, you know. For example, like this part, you know, it is unembroidered. In every season it is existing. So that's meaning that life is incomplete, you know. After it is finished, life is complete. Yes. And this part can be done by her daughter, or granddaughter, or granddaughter, yes. That's it. And after the marriage, this very Susanna is hanging on in the room of a bride and groom. One wall, hang it on the wall. At the same time, it's like a amulet. It's like a decoration and everything. Till nowadays, we have such kind of Susanna.
Bukhara's Old City is a sanctuary of preserved medieval architecture. It is Central Asia's holiest city and has buildings spanning 1,000 years of history. The lived-in old center hasn't changed much in 2 centuries. A local man was decorating plates. We passed these scenes on our way to a mosque. This is the 1712 Bolo Kaz Mosque. There are 366 mosques in the 2,000 to 3,000 year old Bukhara. Ulugh Ark is a massive royal fortress. It is an oasis in the desert. It was the residence, then army headquarters, of the former Bukhara emirs. These buildings are the Poi Kalyan Ensemble. We enjoyed the floor show before dinner.
spent the night at this hotel.